A Dose of Buckley is made possible through the support of the people listed here. So if you wonder how this channel still exists, here's who you can blame. Support the habit at patreon.com/doseofbuckley. Controversy. It's one of the leading marketing tactics in music. Always has been. From the days when Elvis had to be filmed from the waist up because his pelvic thrusts were deemed too inappropriate for TV. Rock and roll being deemed the devil's music. Madonna releasing a book called Sex. Rap music and the beginning of the parental advisory label. Hell, you can think of probably several examples just from the last year or two. People love to support something that a bunch of other people hate, or that people have said, "Don't listen to this." Morgan Wallen's album sat at #1 for 10 weeks after the video leaked of him saying the N-word. Cardi B's WAP had a hell of a summer last year after the Pearl Clutchers said it was too graphic. And even a sizable portion of the success of Lil Nas X's Old Town Road was due to Billboard pulling it off the country charts after they deemed it wasn't a country song and everyone called Billboard racist. I mean, it wasn't country. For more on that, see the worst songs of 2019. But either way, Lil Nas X is no stranger to viral success. And so, despite having a few minor hits since then, he doesn't want to end up as a one meme wonder. So he's got to do something to get the internet's attention again. And that something is controversy. Lil Nas X's latest song, Montero, Call Me By Your Name, borrows from the Cardi B playbook by being overtly sexual. But male rappers talk about sex all the time and no one cares. So, how do you make it controversial? By making it gay. Oh, in case you didn't know, Lil Nas X came out like 2 years ago. But anyway, the lyrics reference a boy who is cute enough to fuck with me tonight, who he wants to feel on his ass in Hawaii, and shoot a child in his mouth while he's riding. This is almost definitely the first mainstream song about a dude blowing another dude. Unless of course you count Elton John's Don't Let Your Son Go Down on Me. Oh wait, that's not what it's called? Oh, then Lil Nas X is the first, I guess. And then of course, because sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me, we need images. So, Lil Nas X's video for the song includes the now heavily referenced scene of him sliding down a stripper pole into hell to give the devil a lap dance. Now, for some reason, the satanic angle still works to rile up a lot of people. I mean, this is some old school shit. This is the type of shit that scared stay-at-home moms in the 70s when Kiss came out and people were like, "Do you know what that means? It's knights in Satan's service. If your kids listen to this music, they worship the devil." Meanwhile, if you listened to Kiss, it just meant you were lame and liked one of the poppiest sellout rock groups of the era. They were the Nickelback of the 70s and 80s, except worse, because Nickelback didn't paint their faces and never went on to slap their name on a shitty video game, a pro wrestler, comic books, or condoms. But even in 2021, people still give a shit about satanic stuff? Well, you know they do on Fox News.
What's most outrageous is the timing of this. It was intentionally dropped on the eve of Holy Week. Try this with any other religious group than Christians during their holy days, and Nas might find himself sliding down that pole for real. This is desperate and really pathetic.
The Chiron says, rapper embraces Satan just in time for Holy Week. The outrage that he would do this near the Holy Week of Easter, when people give their kids chocolate eggs in honor of a man dying. They call it desperate and pathetic. But what's pathetic is being upset by this. Oh no, it's a music video with Satan, and a guy's grinding on his junk. He also suggests that other religions would murder Lil Nas X if he blasphemed about their religions. The classic, Christians are tolerant because we don't murder people. We just cry about it on TV. Ignoring, all the murder in the name of Christianity over the years. But anyway, some of the narrative was also around, won't somebody please think of the children? You see, kids really liked Old Town Road. So then, he does this? Rapper Joyner Lucas, who you may know from nothing, said this. I think the biggest problem for me Joyner Lucas, a man who's worked with wife-beater Chris Brown on multiple occasions and once wrote a song called ISIS, named after the terrorist organization, with the lyrics, "Went to hell and got abducted, met the devil, I'm his cousin." I think the biggest problem for me is the fact that he don't understand Old Town Road is every kid's anthem. Children love him for that record. They tuned in and subscribed to his channels. So with no disclaimer, he just dropped some left field ish and all our kids seen it. Smuh. Joyner since deleted that tweet, after Lil Nas X reminded him, "I literally sing about lean and adultery in Old Town Road. Who decided to let your children listen? Blame yourself." The lyrics, "Riding on a tractor, lean all in my bladder, cheated on my baby, you can go and ask her," suggests he also operates motor vehicles while impaired on cough syrup and Sprite. And yes, cheats on a woman. I guess we now know, probably with men. Yeah, it was the most popular song ever, and kids like every popular song. When I had a job where I took music requests, I'd have 13-year-old girls call and go, "Can you play ASAP Rocky fucking Problems?" It's not Lil Nas X's fault. Fucking Joyner Lucas is gonna tell me he polices that shit with his audience? I'll tell you right now he doesn't. On YouTube, the video I mentioned, ISIS, is not marked 18+. Any kid can watch it, logged into YouTube or not. And with 67 million views, you can bet some have. So then, Lil Nas X announces that he's releasing 666 pairs of Nike Air Max 97s that each contain a single drop of his blood in them. Seriously, did he just go page for page through Kiss's playbook on this shit? That's literally the gimmick they did with their comic book in the 70s. The red ink on the cover was claimed to have been mixed with blood from the members of Kiss. We're months away from Lil Nas X's pinball. Hit Satan's dick 3 times for the multi-ball. Anyway, this also upset people, including devout Christian and noted cocaine user, UFC fighter John Jones. John was so upset by the images that he tweeted, "Tomorrow morning, I'm gonna burn all my Nike shoes. You will never catch me in that shit again." When someone pointed out to him that Nike didn't actually have anything to do with the creation of the shoes, and that there was a lawsuit, he said, "Glad to know Nike isn't behind this bullshit." Glad to hear Nike still has the endorsement of John Jones, a man who drives drunk, rammed a car with a pregnant woman in it and fled the scene of the crime, and choked a stripper. You certainly wouldn't want them associated with a guy who made a goofy music video. Well, that would be absurd. Nike, by the way, did file a lawsuit and block the sale of the shoes, claiming it's misleading, which I guess it is when meatheads like John Jones couldn't figure out the difference between a company making their own custom shoes and Nike doing it. But I want to go back to something that the goober on Fox News said.
Operating procedure for these musical acts seeking attention.
The clip was chopped by whoever posted it, but he says that it's standard operating procedure for these artists seeking attention. Yes, it is. And apparently it's standard operating procedure for you to fall for it every fucking time. All of it. Ozzy Osbourne biting the head off a bat. All of Marilyn Manson's gimmick. Body Count's Cop Killer. The Blurred Lines music video where all the girls are naked. Miley Cyrus naked riding a wrecking ball. You could do this all fucking day. Madonna kissed a black Jesus and got stigmata in the Like a Prayer music video and got banned from Italy by the Pope. Can't kiss Jesus, can't grind on the devil. Man, you gonna tell me that you also can't give a quick reach around to Moses while you're parting his Red Sea? Music and musicians will always continue to push boundaries, and the more you push back, the more that kids will go, "Man, I gotta listen to that if these old fucks are against it." And maybe someday, you'll be the old fuck going, "Man, music's gone too far." Just making your own kids want to watch whatever will be deemed controversial by that point. By then, I assume regular people will be so desensitized that in order to get a reaction, music videos will just be a camera shoved directly up a woman's snatch. And the reactionaries will be going, "Oh, she's showing too much ovary. This is what they're trying to sell our kids now?" So, is the world ready for this version of Lil Nas X? A gay rapper rapping about blowing loads in dudes' mouths and using satanic images? It seems like many are. The song did debut at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. But it doesn't matter if you're ready for him, because he's coming anyway. And if his lyrics have taught us anything, the best way to avoid getting any in ya is to just shut your mouth.